Hey friends, today we have a horror game called the Building 71 Incident. Now, I'm going to admit, I have never heard of this game and it wasn't on my radar whatsoever. But I got a ton of requests from you guys about this game, and even people in the comments under those requests were like, oh yeah, please Big Gaming, play this as soon as possible. So, I pushed it up the list. Basically, the plot of this game is that a university in Brazil was closed temporarily because of a gas leak, or an alleged gas leak at least. Apparently, some people reported that they could still see stuff going on inside the buildings even though they were closed, so someone decided to go inside of the buildings, record it, and these are the recordings. Found footage horror, we meet again. Now, before we get started, I did want to thank you guys again. Thank you for continuing to share these suggestions with me. Thank you for showing me the horror projects that excite you and inspire you. Thank you for enjoying this channel so much that you're excited to see me play some of your favorite pieces of art, because that's what these games are. They're pieces of art. Art resonates very differently with different people, and this is because art tries to elicit certain emotional responses from people. Horror games usually try to elicit fear, sometimes sadness, grief, acceptance, but usually fear or uneasiness. Sharing and discussing art with each other is part of the human experience. It's part of why I love making these videos for you guys, because we have the experience of playing them together, and then we have the experience of discussing it together. And I'm honored that it means that much to you guys as well. I love you guys. With that being said, here is the Building 71 Incident. Alright, choosing English, and here we go. I'm very excited for this one. To ensure the best possible experience, it is recommended to use headphones, and if possible, play in a dark environment. Okay, well, we're in the office as usual. Don't think that that is English. I'm trying to hear. The words are a little distorted. The Building 71 Incident. It's actually after midnight that I'm recording this. Remember that sleep schedule I told you that I was going to fix? Yeah. So much for that. Okay. Between 1997 and 1998, Building 71 at a university in the south of Brazil was closed after allegations of a gas leak. However, during this period, on several occasions, suspicious activity were detected from within the building. An employee whose identity was not disclosed decided to investigate and record the origin of such activities. The man ended up being considered missing by the police, but portions of the recording are now being released to the public. And here's the tape. 7:29 p.m., August 8th, 1998. Okay, right mouse button. Zoom the camera. Okay. I like the car, though. Interact with objects, left mouse button or E. Open glove box. Okay. Flashlight. F is flashlight. Okay, pretty simple. I don't think this is a new game by any stretch of the imagination. I think this is 2021, I believe? Could be wrong, though. And here we go. Yeah, look at these computers. So our family computer was never something quite this old, but we had something at least with a similar keyboard, bit of a more modern mouse. I think it was an old Dell. And I remember playing all sorts of Flash games, and I think I played this. It was a free-to-play MMO, an early MMO called Tibia. I remember playing that as a kid. But yeah, seeing these big box computers just kind of takes me back. It's almost like I want to play Doom on something like this, you know? There's a floppy disk on the ground, notes littered about. And this looks like a coding class. Okay, well, that's interesting. We have a CRT back here for instructional video. Then we can open drawers and stuff. School supplies. Nothing out of the ordinary so far. I say we continue exploring. So, I have to say I know we discuss a lot of different post-processing effects in order to create an immersion or a sense of immersion depending on exactly what the game developer wants to accomplish. This very subtle VHS found footage post-processing effect is one of my favorites that I've ever seen in an indie horror game we've played before. It's expertly done. It's not too overbearing. It's not nausea-inducing, but it's just enough to where not only does it make things look more realistic in a sense and detailed, even though we could be looking at objects that are, you know, lower resolution textures and stuff like that. This helps make up for that. But it feels like we are watching a VHS tape that we found, but yet we can also still see the dust particles in the air. This area used to have lots of people walking through every day, hundreds and hundreds of people walking through every day, but now, by comparison, it's a ghost town. Except for the few people that apparently are still here. Megaware, Windows 97. Can't say Windows 97, I guess. Oh, we can go in these classrooms. Beds. What is this? Remember why you're here. December 17th, 1997. Marcello. Unsurprisingly, Daniel irritates us a bit. He understands well his privileges of being related to Claudia. Takes advantage and takes advantage of them to pursue the ascension. But I ask you, the simple fact that he is not a chosen one, and this is a fact, is not enough to remove him from the group. We were never on the same page in regards to letting ordinary people join us, and you know I'm against it. I know Claudia would agree with me, at least on this matter, if she were still around. To make matters worse, Daniel seems to be talking to outsiders about our plans. Is this like a cult? And before you ask me, no, he is not willing to participate in the initiation. Weak as he is, it was to be expected. Seriously. And yes. What are they talking about? Looks like there's canned food here, beds here, trash bags. Yeah, people are definitely staying here. Well, I knew we weren't alone, but this confirms it. Rita Silveria Andrade, Paulo Sopreto. Guess just a random student's checklist, it looks like. I'm just excited at the idea of exploring a seemingly abandoned school building. Yeah, look at this. I'm not sure what that tank could be, but here's some more. Building 71 closed, gas leak allegations. Yep. You know that. That just looks like biology notes. And they were cooking here. What happened? What was in that fridge? Am I on the second floor now? Oh, yeah. Oh, third floor. What is happening? Adobe, should be Adobe Photoshop. I can't read that. Looks like student notes. Locked. So, we know that there are multiple tapes. We know that these tapes are being slowly released to the public. Or released to someone. Welcome, students. What was in that fridge? I wonder. Oh, God. I don't feel good about this. Bathrooms are always creepy as hell in horror games. What is this? Have you seen the moon? No, it's not the same moon. If you've seen it too, come find us. You've been chosen. The next ascension is coming. I wonder if this has anything to do with the group of people using this building. The moon, come and find us. They have flyers to draw in new cult members, maybe? And they had a hotmail, too. It's not the same moon. Cultists that think that our moon's been replaced with something. I'm definitely interested to hear more. But let's explore around a bit longer. I know there's going to be something on there, but I'd like to just kind of take a look at our environment, try the other doors. 4 people went missing the morning of Tuesday, July 12th, 1932. I laughed when I heard what they said, but when I first saw it with my own eyes, I really felt my eyes attached to it. I wonder if they're talking about the moon. I felt like I was floating, Claudia said. There's that name Claudia again. It was like I was really pulled by it. Only the chosen ones can see it. So this cult's theory is that if you've seen this different moon, you belong in the cult. Let's go watch that videotape real quick. Can I put a videotape in? Oh, wait a minute. They were tying people up here, and I guess they were torturing them as well and having them watch, I guess, certain visual stimuli. The thing that creeps me out, though, is that this television was on when we entered the room. So what exactly does that imply? Oh my God! Oh, those are mannequins. Okay. What is going on here? And these candles look freshly lit. 822. Okay, 407. We're on the 4th floor now. So there is a cult. And Claudia, 1932. Wait a minute. 1932? Someone went missing in 1932, didn't they? I guess this implies that Claudia is the cult leader. Maybe they went missing due to something related to the moon. July 25th, 1998. Lewis asked me to send you a letter as you won't be back for a few more weeks. It's getting difficult to keep an eye on the offered ones. One of them came close to escaping last night when the stairs weren't being watched, and that got me thinking. This week we'll be piling up some of the classroom tables on the stairs, ensuring that the only viable way to get around is by using the elevator. I think that way we can ensure that no one runs away. I would like to know your opinion. Sincerely, Pedro. Okay, that is why the stairs are blocked then. At least we know now. And what's happening here? The moon. That's not the same moon. We can see it too. Is it getting closer? We can see it too. Something about it is... captivating. So is this implying that they're not crazy? There really is something wrong with the moon. Oh man, what a fantastic build-up this has been so far. Okay. What does this say here? September 2nd, 1967. I wish the things I heard were a lie, but it seems they are not. I'm too old to put up with things like this, Roberto. I didn't leave you in charge of the congregation for you to take absurd actions. Initiation ritual? It seems like you're turning this into a business to take people's money and, worse yet, use the situation to feed the cravings of your sick mind. Please remember the beauty behind the Ascension and why we started the congregation. Sacrifices were never a part of it. So it seems like Claudia is one of the leaders. Are there bodies in these beds? But Roberto's turning this into something else. Oh, these are dead bodies. These are not blankets for sleeping. These are corpses. Roberto, I can't contain... looks like another note by Claudia because not only the year, but the paper. I can't contain myself. Do you realize what we've just proved? I don't know how to put it into words, but they were right in front of me. Right in front of me and then gone. Without a shadow of doubt, I can say the other moon is real. So it was something that was always a theory. She mentions being old. This picture was taken in 1932. So yeah, she would be old by that time then. Looks like Claudia and Roberto were largely the two people that started this whole thing. There's someone here. Oh, we've locked ourselves back in this room? Wait. Is that where the door is? Did we bar the door? Okay. I don't know what we're supposed to do here, but I'm gonna go sit in the chair. Wait, oh, there's the moon. I don't know what to do. They're like trying to break into the door. They know I'm here. The moon isn't moving. Wait, I can see the moon too. What does that mean? Go away! Crap. Alright, I'm starting to get nervous here. I don't know what to do. Did they break in? And what is the Ascension? What is the Ascension and what does it have to do with the moon? Or the other moon, I should say. Oh my god. It's after midnight? Sorry for that pause. I thought I was going to have to burp there for a second. You ever had a burp like catch in your throat? Feels like a rock. So, is this the Ascension? They have the 4th floor filled with candles and their religious symbolism. I don't have my flashlight. I was allowed to keep my camera. Look at the moon. Look at the moon. What's the matter with the moon tonight is the song. Oh, I just got the chills. May 27th, 1977. To the members of the congregation, please remember that you are all here for an extraordinary reason. Whether you are marked or not, I have read all the letters you have sent me expressing hopelessness about the Ascension, and I can tell you that I understand. In 1932, when the moon first appeared, And then at various times until 1965 when the ascension occurred again. I thought I would be taken, but I wasn't. I wondered why they, who barely knew of its existence, ascended and I did not. However, I know my time will come and yours will too. We don't know when, but I'm convinced that the next ascension will take place in 1998, the current year actually. Everything indicates that it will come back for us then. So I ask you to keep the faith. Claudia. The next ascension. Didn't realize I could turn that off. That kind of made it more dramatic though, you know? Can I open this curtain? Where do I look at the moon? Look at the moon. Where? What is the ascension and why do I so desperately need to be a part of it? Can I find a window to look at the moon? They're all... Oh! Oh, that's a fire hydrant. Okay. Or not a fire hydrant, a thingy, whatever that is. How can I look at the moon? You guys aren't letting me. It's 1998, but they didn't give an exact date or anything like that. I thought that was the curtain where I could look at it. Have you seen the moon? Yeah, that's a flyer we keep seeing. The post-processing is getting worse and worse. Or like more, I shouldn't say worse because it looks great. It's getting more and more intense. Look at the moon, but where? I know you want me to. I know you do. So the ascension is... Oh. Oh! Oh, we can see right here above my head, actually, what looks to be the ascension taking place. Hey, Pumpkin. Wanna come watch? Look, Pumpkin. What's happening? Is the moon getting closer? What's the matter with the moon tonight? Oh! A literal ascension as well as a figurative one? The Building 71 incident. Oh my goodness. By Scary Cube. I'm smiling because I am so impressed. They were able to pull off such a terrifying and unsettling game while leaving breadcrumbs to slowly help you piece together what might be going on, even though they also left this whole thing very ambiguous at the same time, which is a very difficult balance to strike in horror games. No jump scares at all. A terrifying atmosphere throughout. I was on the edge of my seat the entire time. And a satisfying conclusion that still leaves a lot to the imagination of the player. The Building 71 incident is an excellent free horror game. Thank you guys so much for recommending this to me. This was special. And again, this is one of the games that makes me kind of smile and realize this is why I started doing these videos in the first place. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I love you guys very much. Please be safe. And I'll see you in the next one.